Hello friends, Tanya here for Trinity Stamps, and today we're going to play with some Bonfire wishes. I am loving this backyard barbecue die set. It has a bunch of different dies for making a barbecue complete with meats and some utensils. I decided to play with just the fire and the smoke dies here. I have a piece of orange cardstock that's spritzed with some orange distress mica spray stain and a piece of white cardstock that is sprayed with some red distress mica spray stain. I die cut those two types of flames and glued those together, and now we're taking 3 colors of distress oxide and we're going to ink blend them together to create an area about 6 by 6 inches on this 8.5 by 5.5 inch piece of cardstock. So I guess it would be 5.5 by 5.5 inches is the area I need to cover. I believe I have Uncharted Mariner here, along with Broken China and Villainous Potion, and these are all the oxide inks. Partway through this, I do switch to a domed ink blending sponge here to get a better ink blend. Next, we're going to take the Polkadot pattern background, and I'm using my stamp positioning tool here so I can stamp the polka dots more than once with this shark tooth white pigment ink. This is a really sweet bitty polka dot stamp set, and I'm going to use it to sort of represent a starry night. And I want there to be a good layer of pigment ink here to catch our embossing powder and really shine. So I'm going to peel this off of our stamp wheel platform, which is just a giant piece of photopolymer. So you know your paper is going to stick to it also. We also are using the holographic embossing powder. This is available in the Trinity store. I'm going to sprinkle that over our entire stamped panel here. Now, after I did the ink blending, I made sure that I dried it very well with a heat tool before I did my stamping to make sure I didn't have any embossing powder sticking where I didn't want it to. There is the entire panel, all heat embossed, and I love the shine of that holographic embossing powder. Next, we took the Stitched Layers Slimline dies, and the third from largest is what I used to cut the pattern that we created. And then I took a slightly larger one, the next size up, for a matting black panel. And we'll adhere these to a 6 by 3 inch card, a Mini-Slimline card. No extra layers behind those. And then we'll take our flames and adhere those at the bottom of the created panels. I do let the black layer show behind that just to give it some extra oomph and make it stand out even better. Now this is the smoke die that I die cut from some shimmery silver cardstock, and I'm using the negative space to help me place these above the fire. And you don't have to do this. You can place them in whatever way you would like, but I decided to keep them together the way they were designed, and it makes me not have to make any decisions in where to place the smoke. Sometimes we don't want to make all of the decisions on placement. And there we have the smoke coming from our fire. Now we're going to take the graham cracker alphabet and we're going to die cut the word bonfire from some black cardstock, and we're also going to stamp a word from the Simply Sentimental birthdays. We're going to take wishes and stamp this on some black cardstock, again with that shark tooth white pigment ink, because I'm going to white heat emboss this. Now if you use white pigment ink to catch your embossing powder, then whatever doesn't show through, whatever doesn't get embossed will show through white also. There is a coordinating die in the birthday Simply Sentimental Birthday that cuts this wishes out perfectly. So I cut out 3 layers of that. I've lined the letters for Bonfire up on my card the way I want them and picked them up with a piece of low tack tape. Now I'm going to add some glue to the backs of these letters and we'll adhere them all in one piece with that piece of tape holding them together. That's a lot easier than trying to fuss with them individually. Now I did cut 3 layers of each of these letters and glue them together, and the top layer was cut from some black cardstock that was spritzed with the Empty Tomb Distress Mica Stain. We're going to adhere our wishes below the word Bonfire, and that completes the front of our card. There is so much going on here, I did not think it needed any extra embellishments, and I think this would make a great birthday card, or whatever card. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, now is a great time to do that. And if you're interested in any of the product that I used today, check that description box below. It will be listed and linked as always. Until next time, here are a couple more videos we thought you might enjoy. Bye-bye.